What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host, Vernon. This is Balsam Bay. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gents, there are going to be two sets of people. People watching this and saying, there's nothing wrong with this, this is normal, this is something I do quite a lot. And then there's the people like me that has a new experience, this is something I've not done before. Growing up as a little kid, playing in the streets of Pretoria, I never thought I would be doing something like this. Today, we're going to be driving out on the ice to our fishing spot. Now, behind me, that is Lake Winnipeg. We are at Balsam Bay. And the general idea is we're going to be driving out onto the ice, finding a spot that looks good, setting up, and doing some fishing. Now, with that being said, let's get to the spot. Alright, ladies and gents, we've now been fishing out here on the ice for a couple of hours. We selected a little spot, checked the depth, and it was something like 9 feet. And we want to be in the 9 to 11 feet range, but we tried with some baits out there for quite a couple of hours and haven't had any hits. We have no idea whether there's any fish even around. And just like that, we had our first little hit. Now that was actually our first bit of action out here on the ice, and to be honest, we were hoping for beginner's luck. You need to understand, I'm not really that skilled when it comes to this type of fishing or where to find any of the fish. That is why I always ask in my videos that if you have any hints or tips to please leave them down in the comments. And the idea of moving around, finding a different spot to try and find some fish out there, that's going to be quite difficult. This ice is rather thick, and I don't think the batteries on our little drill is going to last forever to keep making holes everywhere.
It's also super cold.
So for that reason, I think we're going to cut our first trip here to Lake Winnipeg a bit short, maybe find a different spot to see if we can get some fish in this video, and it's going to take me a couple of tries to get out here before we can constantly try and find fish. So rather than having a skunk-filled video where we don't get anything, I'm thinking of packing up, moving to a different spot.
Oh.
There we go, first little sauger. First little fish for today. Let's get him down the hole. Down he goes. Just set up in our new spot. Throwing down some lures, getting a fish. Well, that's what we want. Finding a spot where you can quickly get on fish quite easily. Now let's see if we can catch a few.
Nice one.
Tad bigger one. My other rod is also moving.
Yep.
So, gonna get this one back down the hole. He goes.
Yes.
First fish on this rod. First time actually getting fish on this rod. We used it once or twice. Get this one down as well. 3 fish in quite quick succession. Quickly get that little bait fish.
So one. Has to be quite small. Yep.
There we go. One for the wife as well.
Yes.
Using just a little jigging spoon, jigging it down there. Got stuck on some of the oysters, came loose and this fish grabbed it. Let's get him down. Down the hole he goes. Okay, so we're finally set up in our new position. Having our 4 rods down there, 2 we are baiting again with just some baits down, and we're jigging with some lures on the rest. And we're not in some secret hidden place, we're actually at Lockport. This is a place where we know we can get quite a lot of sauger. We thought maybe just getting some exciting fish in this video. That's why we stopped over at Lockport. Not going to make a video about Lockport, just the fish we're catching here. And the main reason for that is I go out fishing quite a lot, but the wife, she only has a few opportunities to go fishing. So when we do go out fishing, we want to get on some fish. So rather than experimenting today and trying to find fish, we're trying to get some fish on the ice, catching at least a few fish out there today. There we go. Another sauger. They love the sound of this rattle, I think. Lovely little fish. Put him back. Down he goes. Just let this one down a bit and suddenly got a fish on him. This is a bit of a bigger bait fish we're using, and this is also the first fish for this rod. We have 2 new rods. So first fish on these rods.
It was a little bit better.
Another decent sauger. Alright, decent fish. Let's get him down the hole. Down he goes.
Lots of food.
There we go. Lovely colours on this one. All of the patterns on him. This one is on a little crappie jig. Nice in the top of the mouth there. Lovely little fish. Let's get him back down. Down the hole he goes. This one's on a little bait blade. Seems like anything you get down there, move it enough, they'll go for it. Down the hole he goes. Just to be clear, that is a blade bait and not a bait blade. We're not fishing with toys. Haven't caught anything for a while now. Finally get another fish, another little sauger. This one on the little Ned rig. Let's get him back to the hole. Down he goes. While rebaiting one of my rods, the wife is also on another fish. This one actually looks to be a walleye, maybe a sauger, maybe a little walleye sauger cross. And it is a little sauger. Let's get him back down the hole. Down he goes. Definitely the smallest one for today.
Quite greedy one though.
Give me my lure back. Get him back to the hole. And down he goes. For a moment he wanted to swim up on the ice, but he did go down. There we go. Decent little sauger on a ice fishing lure. This is a new lure also. First time catching a fish on that thing. Put that sauger back. Down the hole he goes. First time using this little thing and actually catching something on it. We have used it before but never caught anything. So finally got a fish on that too. Just want to see this one is tangled in our other line as well. There we go, lovely little sauger, probably the last one for today. Getting him back down the hole. And maybe not the last one. Wife is getting the last one. Nice size one. Nice colours on this one as well. Good splash in the face.
Oi.
Lovely little fish, lovely colours. Down the hole he goes. Good last catch. Alright, ladies and gents, we wanted to get on some fish. That is why we ended up here at Lockport. I don't just want to be doing videos where it's just be sitting around on the ice and not catching fish. Now, as I grow my skill set, find out where to find these fish, we might get some more exciting videos. And I hope that's something you guys can understand. At least give us a thumbs up for getting some fish in this video. Now, if you actually want to see the struggle in getting fish in a place like Lake Winnipeg, if that's something you're interested in seeing, please go down in the comments and tell me. Now, I'm pretty sure there will be great fishing in Lake Winnipeg, but for someone new to ice fishing, I first need to figure out where to find the fish. And to be honest, I was a bit scared driving on the ice for the first time. But the more I do it, the more I get used to it. And hopefully we'll find fish that way. Alright, but I want to thank you for tagging along on this adventure. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting subscribe and joining my community. And thank you for following along. And like always, see you next time.